how do you decide between the two phases? What makes you choose one or the other? And I'm going to throw in a sub-question to that is, how do you decide between pneumatic conveying and mechanical conveying? Karsten, I'll go to you first.
I think the decision to go mechanical or pneumatic conveying is ultimately often one of a financial background. If you have a look at that, you have a look at the actual initial you look at the running costs, and then you look obviously at the actual maintenance cost of the systems. That would be our criteria to have a look at it. You obviously want to build a plant that is as cost effective as possible. But there's a whole lot of other factors that obviously come in, and we're looking at conveying rates here, for instance. If you've got very small conveying rates, you would typically go for a lean phase system, just purely from a cost point of view. Also short distances typically. And I think if you're going dense phase, you're looking at high tonnage rates over very long distances. That's where that comes in. And there's a financial crossover point that you can look at if you're looking at typically the dense phase and the lean phase. And you've got to determine that from a financial point of view, operating points, operating costs, and then the capital costs, and see where that goes over. But Heinrich, I think there's a whole lot of other factors as well. It's not just the cost in the end. I think if you can elaborate on those a bit more in detail.
Yes, so I think the question we most probably get from the industry the most is how does your system compare to a conveyor belt? And I think that becomes a horses for courses answer. It's if you need to do 1 ton or 1,000 tons, 20 meters down the line, nothing still beats a conveyor. The plain old belt running down the road is still the most effective way of transferring a project from point A to point B. The disadvantage is obviously conveyors don't just turn easily within a plant. There's some big overland conveyors that over those big distances, you manage to turn them through some clever engineering. But in a plant, if you need to do 1,000 tons from point A to point B and there's a straight line, there's open space, which real estate on a production plant is also not obviously just something that comes freely. But nothing beats a conveyor in that sense. Where pneumatic conveying really outshines any other conveying technology is when you need to start retrofitting, or where real estate comes at a premium. Also very important is the value of the product. So if you conveying diamonds or say your platinum group metals, any of your high value materials, then pneumatic conveying definitely becomes almost the option of choice, purely for a security reason. And also maybe let's say on your hazardous material, a vacuum system for pneumatic conveying works very well to keep your product from being I'll say open to the elements.